Have you ever heard of the crime of the century? Picture this, the year is 1950, and amongst the annals of American crime history, one daring heist stands out, the Great Brinks robbery. This wasn't just any petty theft, oh no, this was a meticulously planned and audaciously executed theft that boasted a twist of fate worthy of a Hollywood script. Imagine a band of amateur thieves so audacious, so cunning, they almost got away with one of the most colossal heists in US history. Their loot? A jaw-dropping $2.7 million, a sum that would be equivalent to around $29 million today. Quite a catch, isn't it? Now, what makes this story so enticing isn't just the grand scale of the robbery, it's the sheer audacity, the careful planning, and the almost perfect execution that truly captures the imagination. Now, let's take a closer look at this audacious crime. On the evening of January 17, 1950, in the heart of Boston, Massachusetts, a plan was set into motion. A plan that had been 2 years in the making, carefully crafted and perfected by a band of 11 men. Their aim was as audacious as it was ambitious: to rob the Brinks armored car depot, a fortress reputed to be impregnable. Imagine this, a group of ordinary men, not hardened criminals but everyday folks, dressed as Brinks guards, donning caps and rubber Halloween masks. It wasn't some fancy high-tech disguise, just a simple plan hatched by a group of audacious men. With a copied key in hand, a result of their meticulous surveillance, they strolled into the depot as if it were just another day at work. The real guards, assuming it was a routine check, were taken by surprise. Without a single shot being fired, they were swiftly tied up and gagged, their initial shock giving way to a dawning realization of what was unfolding, and what unfolded next was nothing short of extraordinary. The thieves made off with a haul of over $2.7 million in cash, checks and securities. Now, if we adjust that for inflation, we're talking about a staggering $29 million in today's terms. That's no small change. But what truly set this heist apart wasn't just the amount stolen, it was the sheer audacity of the plan, the flawless execution, and the absence of any violent confrontation. It was a crime so meticulously executed that it left virtually no evidence behind. The police and the FBI were left scratching their heads, confounded by the audacity and brilliance of the heist. The brilliance of the heist lay not just in its execution, but in the robbers' ability to leave virtually no evidence behind, confounding the police and the FBI. A crime so daring, so bold, it would forever be etched in the annals of American crime history. But as we'll see, even the best-laid plans can come undone. But that's a tale for the next scene. For years, the case went cold, but the robbers made one critical mistake. In their audacious plan, they had agreed to wait 6 years before dividing the spoils. A pact, they believed, would let the heat die down and allow them to enjoy their ill-gotten gains without the fear of the law breathing down their necks. But, as it turned out, this agreement would be their undoing. As the years ticked by, the unity among the thieves started to crumble. The pressure of maintaining a low profile, the constant fear of being found out, the paranoia of being betrayed, it all started to take its toll. Greed, fear, and mistrust began to eat away at their resolve. The silence that once served as their cloak began to echo with the loud whispers of doubt and suspicion. In this atmosphere of crumbling camaraderie, one man stood out: Joseph "Specs" O'Keefe. Feeling slighted, fearing for his life, O'Keefe decided that his best chance of survival was to betray his fellow thieves. He turned informant, trading his freedom for the safety of witness protection. His testimony broke the case wide open. The meticulously planned heist, the perfect crime, began to unravel, thread by thread. The law enforcement authorities, who for years had been chasing shadows, now had a solid lead. The faces behind the mask began to emerge, and one by one they were rounded up. Just days before the statute of limitations was set to expire, 8 men were arrested. The crime of the century had finally caught up with its masterminds, but despite their capture, not all was resolved, for much of the stolen money was never recovered. And the whereabouts of the remaining loot to this day remains a mystery. The Great Brinks robbery thus still holds its place in the annals of American crime history, not just for its audacious execution, but also for the enigma that continues to surround it. This audacious crime has left its mark on the annals of American crime history. The Great Brinks robbery of 1950, with its meticulous planning, audacious execution, and a twist of fate, is a testament to the thin line between audacity and downfall. It's a reminder that even the most intricate plans can unravel with a single thread pulled. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most audacious crimes of the 20th century. Until next time, remember, every mystery has a key, and sometimes it's hiding in plain sight.